Desire is rarely loud. Most of the time, it doesn't announce itself with bold words or dramatic confessions. Instead, it lives quietly in small behaviors, fleeting glances, and subtle shifts in energy that are easy to miss unless you know what to look for. Many men never say, "I want you," not because they don't feel it, but because expressing desire openly can feel risky. Fear of rejection, fear of ruining the connection, or fear of revealing too much often keeps their feelings hidden beneath the surface. This is where confusion begins. You sense something is there, an unspoken tension, a deeper pull, but you're left questioning your instincts. Is he just being friendly? Or is there something more? Does his attention mean anything? Or are you reading too much into it? These unanswered questions can linger, creating emotional uncertainty that quietly consumes your thoughts. The truth is, desire has a language of its own. Even when a man tries to control or suppress it, his body, behavior, and emotional responses often tell a different story. Attraction leaks out in unconscious ways, through eye contact that lasts too long, through the way he positions himself near you, through the attention he gives you when no one else is watching. These signals are subtle, but they are rarely accidental. Understanding these quiet signs can change everything. It gives you clarity instead of confusion, confidence instead of doubt. When you recognize how desire shows up without words, you stop second-guessing yourself. You begin to see patterns rather than isolated moments. And once you see those patterns, his feelings become much easier to read. This is not about overanalyzing every small gesture or assuming every kind act means attraction. It's about noticing consistency, emotional shifts, and behaviors that go beyond politeness. Desire is revealed through repetition and intention, not through a single moment. In this video, we'll explore 15 subtle moves that reveal a man's hidden desire, actions he may not even realize he's making. These signs don't rely on dramatic gestures or bold statements. They exist in the quiet spaces between words, where real emotion often lives. By the end, you'll be able to understand what his silence is really saying and whether his behavior reflects genuine desire or simple friendliness. 1. Prolonged eye contact that feels intense. When a man holds prolonged eye contact with you, it often signals more than simple attention. It can reveal hidden desire. This kind of eye contact feels different. It's not casual or distracted. It's focused, steady, and emotionally charged. His eyes linger on yours as if he's trying to communicate something he can't say out loud. In those moments, words feel unnecessary because the connection itself speaks. Prolonged eye contact is powerful because it creates vulnerability. Most people instinctively look away when things feel too intimate, but when a man maintains eye contact, it shows comfort with closeness and emotional intensity. His desire pulls him to stay present with you, even if it makes him slightly uneasy. You may notice that his pupils dilate, his blinking slows, or his expression softens while he looks at you, all unconscious signs of attraction. This kind of gaze is often paired with subtle pauses in conversation. He might stop talking just to look at you, or hold your gaze a second longer than socially expected before responding. It's his way of soaking you in, memorizing your expressions, and creating a private moment between the two of you. What makes this sign especially meaningful is consistency. If he repeatedly locks eyes with you in different situations, during conversations, across a room, or in group settings, it suggests his attention naturally gravitates toward you. Even when he tries to hide his feelings, his eyes reveal his desire. Long, intense eye contact is one of the clearest silent signals that his attraction runs deep and is difficult for him to suppress. 2. Finding reasons to be physically close. When a man consistently finds small, almost unnoticeable reasons to be physically close to you, it often reveals hidden desire. This closeness isn't aggressive or obvious. Instead, it shows up in subtle ways, standing a little nearer than necessary, choosing the seat next to you, or leaning in when there's plenty of space. These actions may seem casual, but they are rarely accidental. Physical proximity creates a sense of connection and intimacy. When desire is present, the body naturally wants to close the distance. Even if he's trying to control his feelings, his instinct pulls him toward you. He may adjust his position to face you directly, brush past you lightly, or find excuses to share the same space. These moments allow him to feel connected without openly expressing what he feels. What makes this sign significant is repetition. If he repeatedly places himself near you, especially in social settings where he has other options, it shows a strong pull. He may not touch you outright, but the closeness itself is meaningful. It's a safe way for him to experience intimacy while still keeping his desire hidden. You might also notice that he becomes more relaxed when he's near you. His movements slow, his posture opens, and his attention sharpens. Being close to you feels comforting to him. This quiet need for proximity is a clear indicator that his attraction goes beyond surface-level interest. His desire is present, and physical closeness is how it gently reveals itself without words. 3. Mirroring your body language unconsciously. When a man begins to mirror your body language without realizing it, this is a strong sign of hidden desire. Mirroring happens when he subconsciously copies your movements, posture, or gestures, crossing his arms when you do, leaning back when you lean back, or matching your tone and pace of speech. This behavior isn't deliberate. It's driven by emotional connection and attraction. Psychologically, people mirror those they feel drawn to. When desire is present, his focus sharpens, and his body naturally syncs with yours. It's his nervous system responding to closeness and interest. He may not even notice that he's doing it, but the alignment creates a subtle sense of harmony between you. Mirroring also signals comfort. Desire doesn't always rush forward loudly. Sometimes it moves quietly through familiarity. By matching your body language, he's showing that he feels at ease around you and wants to stay in rhythm with you. It's a nonverbal way of saying, "I feel connected to you." You may notice this most during longer interactions. The more time you spend together, the more pronounced the mirroring becomes. If you change positions and he follows shortly after, or if your energy shifts and his adjusts to match, it's rarely coincidence. This unconscious synchronization is powerful because it reveals emotional alignment before verbal expression. Even if he's holding back his feelings, his body is already responding to desire. Mirroring is one of the clearest silent indicators that his attraction is real, growing, and deeply rooted beneath the surface. 4. His voice softens when he talks to you. When a man's voice softens around you, it often signals hidden desire that he may not openly express. This change is usually subtle. His tone becomes calmer, warmer, and more controlled compared to how he speaks to others. He may speak slightly slower, lower his volume, or sound more emotionally present when you're part of the conversation. A softened voice reflects vulnerability. Desire naturally lowers emotional defenses, and his voice adjusts to create a sense of closeness and safety. Without realizing it, he's trying to connect on a deeper level. Even if he keeps his words neutral, the tone carries feeling. You might notice that he chooses his words more carefully or pauses briefly before responding, as if your presence makes him more aware of himself. This shift often happens unconsciously. When he's around people he feels indifferent toward, his voice stays casual or flat. With you, however, emotion slips in. The softness shows that he values the interaction and wants you to feel comfortable. It's his instinctive way of drawing you in without crossing verbal boundaries. You may also notice this in private moments or quieter settings, where his voice becomes more intimate and expressive. The contrast becomes clearer when you hear him speak to others and then to you. A softened voice is a quiet but powerful indicator of desire. It reveals emotional sensitivity and attraction working beneath the surface, even when he's trying to keep his feelings hidden. 5. Protective behavior without being asked. When a man shows protective behavior toward you without you ever asking for it, it often points to hidden desire. This protection isn't loud or controlling. It appears in small, thoughtful actions, checking if you got home safely, positioning himself closer when you seem uncomfortable, or subtly stepping in when something feels off. These moments happen naturally, driven by instinct rather than intention. Desire often awakens a sense of responsibility. Even if he hasn't admitted his feelings, his emotions push him to care about your well-being. He becomes more alert to your surroundings, your mood, and your comfort. This doesn't come from obligation. It comes from emotional attachment forming beneath the surface. What makes this sign meaningful is its quiet consistency. He doesn't announce his concern or expect praise for it. He simply acts. His protection feels gentle and reassuring rather than overwhelming. It's his way of saying, "You matter to me," without putting those words into the air. You may notice that he becomes especially attentive when you're tired, stressed, or vulnerable. He listens more closely, offers help before you ask, and stays mentally present. These behaviors are fueled by desire that has moved beyond surface attraction into emotional investment. Protective instincts are one of the clearest silent expressions of desire. They reveal that his feelings are deepening, even if he's still keeping them unspoken. 6. Remembering small, personal details about you. When a man remembers small, personal details about you, it's a strong indicator of hidden desire. These aren't obvious facts you repeat often. They're tiny things: your favorite drink, a story you mentioned once, something that makes you laugh, or how you like things done. Remembering these details means he's truly paying attention. Desire sharpens focus. When someone matters emotionally, the mind naturally holds onto information about them. Even if he never openly expresses interest, his memory quietly reveals it. He listens not just to respond, but to understand. What you say stays with him because you stay with him. This behavior often shows up unexpectedly. He may bring up something you forgot you even mentioned, leaving you surprised that he remembered. In those moments, his desire becomes visible through care and thoughtfulness rather than words. It's his way of showing emotional presence without crossing any lines. Remembering details also reflects emotional investment. He isn't just attracted to how you look, he's drawn to who you are. Your preferences, feelings, and experiences matter to him, and his mind treats them as important. What makes this sign powerful is consistency. If he repeatedly recalls personal details over time, it's not coincidence. It's desire quietly deepening into attachment. His attention is selective, and you are the one receiving it. 7. Leaning in when you speak. When a man leans in while you're speaking, it often signals hidden desire and emotional interest. This movement may seem small, but it carries meaning. Leaning in reduces physical distance and shows that your words and your presence have his full attention. He isn't just listening, he's drawn toward you. This behavior usually happens unconsciously. Desire naturally pulls the body closer to what it wants. Even in quiet or casual conversations, he may angle his body toward you, tilt his head, or move slightly closer when you begin to talk. These actions suggest that he values your voice and wants to stay connected in that moment. Leaning in also reflects emotional openness. It's a sign that he feels comfortable lowering his guard around you. When someone is uninterested, they tend to lean back or look away. When desire is present, the body moves forward, signaling engagement and curiosity. You may notice this more in private conversations or when there's background noise. Even if he can hear you clearly, he still leans in, using the excuse of closeness to create intimacy. His posture becomes attentive, his eye contact steadies, and distractions fade. This subtle movement speaks volumes. It shows that his focus is centered on you and that his desire is quietly guiding his body. Without saying a word, leaning in reveals attraction that is active, present, and growing beneath the surface. 8. Nervous smiles or restless movements around you. When a man shows nervous smiles or restless movements in your presence, it often points to hidden desire he's trying to keep under control. This nervous energy isn't a lack of confidence. It's a sign that your presence affects him emotionally. Desire can make people unusually aware of themselves, and the body reacts before the mind can catch up. You might notice small behaviors like fidgeting with his hands, adjusting his posture, touching his face, or smiling at moments that don't seem funny. These actions happen because he feels stimulated and slightly unsettled by his attraction to you. He wants to appear calm, but his body gives him away. The nervous smile, in particular, often appears when eye contact lingers or when you say something personal. Restlessness is a physical outlet for emotion. When desire is present but unspoken, energy has nowhere to go. His movements become a way to release that tension. He may shift his weight, change positions frequently, or seem unusually animated compared to how he acts around others. What makes this sign meaningful is contrast. If is normally composed but becomes subtly restless only around you, it's a strong indicator that you trigger something deeper in him. The nervousness isn't discomfort. It's excitement mixed with restraint. These small, uncontrollable reactions reveal that his desire is active beneath the surface. Even when he says nothing, his body responds honestly to how much you affect him. 9. Giving you undivided attention in groups. When a man gives you his undivided attention in group settings, it's a subtle but powerful sign of hidden desire. In social situations, attention is usually divided. People talk, check their phones, or shift focus from one person to another. If he consistently prioritizes you despite distractions, it reveals where his interest truly lies. You may notice that when you speak, he listens closely, even if others are talking. His body turns toward you, his eye contact stays steady, and his reactions feel more engaged. He may respond to your comments first, laugh more genuinely at your jokes, or check your reaction before reacting to others. These behaviors suggest that, emotionally, you are the center of his focus. What makes this sign meaningful is choice. In a group, no one is obligated to give one person special attention. If he does, it's because his desire naturally pulls his awareness toward you. Even if he's trying to appear neutral, his attention keeps drifting back to you. This kind of focus also shows emotional presence. Desire isn't only physical. It's about interest, curiosity, and connection. By staying tuned into you, he's showing that your thoughts and expressions matter more to him than the surrounding noise. When a man consistently gives you undivided attention in public settings, it's a quiet admission. Without saying anything, he's revealing that his desire is active, selective, and difficult for him to hide. 10. Subtle touches that linger slightly longer. When a man allows his touch to linger just a moment longer than necessary, it often reveals hidden desire. These touches are never accidental, yet they are subtle enough to remain socially acceptable. A light touch on the arm, a brief brush of the hand, or guiding you gently through a space. The key isn't the touch itself, but the hesitation when he pulls away. Desire shows up through timing. If he holds contact a second longer, it's because he feels connected in that moment and doesn't want to break it too quickly. His mind may be telling him to stay controlled, but his body resists letting go. That pause carries emotion, curiosity, and attraction. These lingering touches are usually accompanied by awareness. He may watch your reaction closely afterward, checking whether you're comfortable or receptive. This tells you he's emotionally invested, not careless. He wants closeness, but he also cares about boundaries. What makes this sign powerful is intention. Casual touches are quick and forgettable. Touches influenced by desire feel deliberate and charged, even if they are brief. You notice them because they feel different, warmer, slower, more present. When this behavior happens repeatedly, it's rarely coincidence. It's his desire quietly reaching for connection while he's still holding his feelings back. Through these subtle, lingering moments, his attraction speaks without needing words. 11. Checking your reactions before others. When a man instinctively checks your reaction before anyone else's, it's a quiet but telling sign of hidden desire. In conversations or shared moments, his eyes may flick toward you first, after a joke, a comment, or a decision, almost as if your response matters most. This happens unconsciously, driven by emotional priority rather than logic. Desire creates selectiveness. When someone is important to him, their opinion becomes the internal reference point. He wants to know how you feel before he settles into how he feels. Even in group settings, he may look to you for approval, reassurance, or shared understanding. That split-second glance reveals where his emotional attention truly rests. This behavior also shows sensitivity. He's tuned into your expressions, noticing subtle shifts in your mood or comfort level. If you seem uneasy, he may adjust his tone or behavior immediately. If you smile or nod, he relaxes. Your reactions guide him, often without him realizing it. What makes this sign meaningful is consistency. If he repeatedly checks your response across different situations, public, private, serious, or light, it's not coincidence. It's desire quietly shaping his awareness. By prioritizing your reaction, he's revealing that your feelings carry weight with him. Without saying a word, he's admitting that you matter, and that his desire is already influencing how he moves through moments around you. 12. Making time for you despite a busy schedule. When a man consistently makes time for you despite having a busy schedule, it's a strong sign of hidden desire. Time is one of the most honest indicators of priority. People naturally protect their time. So when he chooses to spend his limited free moments with you, it shows that his interest goes beyond convenience. This effort often appears in quiet ways. He checks in even on long days, adjusts plans to see you, or finds short windows just to talk. He may not label these efforts as anything significant, but they reflect intention. Desire motivates him to stay connected, even when life pulls him in multiple directions. What makes this sign meaningful is consistency, not grand gestures. He doesn't disappear when things get hectic. Instead, he maintains presence. Even brief messages, quick calls, or thoughtful check-ins signal that you remain on his mind. His desire keeps you emotionally close, regardless of distance obligations. Making time also reflects emotional investment. He's not just attracted, he cares about maintaining a connection. This behavior shows responsibility toward the bond forming between you. He wants you to feel valued without having to ask for attention. When a man repeatedly chooses you over rest, distractions, or other options, it's not accidental. It's desire quietly shaping his priorities. Without saying it directly, he's showing that you matter to him more than he's willing or ready to admit. 13. His eyes follow you when you're not looking. When a man's eyes follow you even when you're not aware of it, it's a clear sign of hidden desire. This kind of attention is instinctive. He isn't doing it to be noticed. In fact, it usually happens when he thinks no one is watching. His gaze naturally drifts toward you because his mind is drawn there. Desire shows itself through attention that doesn't need permission. He may watch you as you move across a room, notice how you interact with others, or look at you during quiet moments when nothing is being said. These looks are often soft, thoughtful, and lingering rather than obvious or intense. It's admiration mixed with curiosity and emotional pull. What makes this sign powerful is its honesty. When someone isn't looking at you directly, there's no performance involved. His eyes follow you because they want to, not because he's trying to send a signal. This reveals genuine attraction rather than intentional flirting. You might catch him looking away quickly when you turn around. That reaction often confirms everything. He wasn't expecting to be seen, which means his attention was unfiltered and real. When this behavior happens repeatedly, it shows that you occupy space in his awareness even when interaction isn't required. His desire keeps pulling his focus toward you, quietly and consistently, revealing feelings he hasn't put into words yet. 14. Showing jealousy in quiet, controlled ways. When a man shows jealousy subtly rather than openly, it often reveals hidden desire he's trying to manage. This jealousy doesn't come out as accusations or dramatic reactions. Instead, it appears in small changes. His tone shifts when someone mentions another man. He asks casual questions that carry deeper interest, or he becomes noticeably quieter in certain moments. Desire creates emotional attachment, and attachment naturally brings a sense of protectiveness. Even if he hasn't claimed any role in your life, part of him feels affected by who else has access to you. Because he may not feel entitled to express it openly, he keeps his jealousy controlled and understated. You might notice that he becomes more attentive after someone else gets your attention. He may engage you more, position himself closer, or subtly reinsert himself into the interaction. These actions aren't about competition, they are about reassurance. He's trying to re-establish emotional closeness without revealing why. What makes this sign meaningful is restraint. He doesn't want to cross boundaries or expose feelings he hasn't admitted yet. That self-control shows internal conflict, desire pulling one way, caution pulling the other. Quiet jealousy is one of the most honest signs of hidden desire. It reveals emotional investment beneath the surface, showing that your presence and attention matter to him more than is ready to say out loud. 15. Acting calm while clearly emotionally affected. When a man appears calm on the surface but is clearly emotionally affected by you, it's one of the strongest signs of hidden desire. He may maintain control over his words and actions, yet subtle cues give him away. His breathing changes, his expressions shift, or his reaction seems slightly delayed when you're around. Inside, something is stirring that he's trying not to show. This calmness is often intentional. Desire makes people vulnerable, and not everyone feels ready to expose that. By staying composed, he's protecting himself while still engaging with you. However, emotions don't stay completely hidden. Small slips, hesitation before speaking, a tightened jaw, or brief loss of focus reveal internal tension. You may notice that your presence affects his mood more than he admits. A single comment from you can brighten him or unsettle him. Even when he keeps his tone steady, his energy shifts. That contrast between control and reaction is where desire becomes visible. What makes this sign powerful is self-awareness. He knows he feels something, but is choosing restraint. That inner conflict shows depth of feeling rather than casual attraction. Acting calm while being emotionally affected is a silent confession. It shows that his desire isn't fleeting. It's strong enough to require control, and meaningful enough to change how he feels in your presence, even when he says nothing at all.